right, ladies, here we go again. So I'm not on social media in this season. It is okay. This is what God has me doing right now. Out of mind, out of sight kind of deal. So the Lord just dropped in my spirit this today to send a purpose-driven video. I'm excited about what God is doing in you guys' lives on a daily basis. I'm just ecstatic about how you guys are growing and prospering in your own way. I just want to encourage you guys on today. God had given me a word, and I'm always getting these words when I'm walking, when I'm in my bathroom, I'm in my kitchen. I can just be standing in front of my fireplace, I'll get a revelation. I can be in my car, I get a revelation. And I mean, all those things are great and awesome. Even when I get up out of the bed in the morning, God sometimes will give me such a heavy word in my spirit just concerning me and sometimes other people that are connected to me, people in ministry. It's just what that is. So as I'm journeying on my home visit, I wanted to encourage you all, or what have you. The scripture that God had given me was Psalms 46 and 6 and 10. It says, "Be still, for I am God. Be still, for I am God. For I am God." And I took a little while before I got on here today because I love to meditate in the things of God. And I said, God, well, what did you want me to tell them to be still about? And I like to be humorous, but at the same time, God said, be still, for I am God. And if I had a thought for today, take your hands off it. Take your hands off is what I heard God say as I was walking back from the laundry area in my apartment. I heard the Lord say to tell you guys to take your hands off it. No matter what it is, God said in this season is that you guys have to take your hands off it and just be still, knowing that I am God. He said he knows where you are. He knows where you are. He knows your finances situation. He knows your troubles. God said he knows everything concerning you, even before the situation occurs. He knows where you are. So I'm just encouraging you guys on today, be still, for I am God. And you know, we're all the first partaker of it, of whatever God gives us to gush out. And I can be I can be so transparent and so, just so transparent and having just a moment with you guys. I was asking God, I was working some kinks out pertaining to some things that I was believing God to do. And although God had given me back in October the things that I needed, the steps that I needed to take, so however I took them, and some things I was not as diligent as I needed to be in order for those things to move, to get me to the place where I need to go. Like God was telling me even then, just trust me. And the other day, yesterday, I wanted to do something. I was like, you know what? I need to move this around. And if I do this over here, change that up, that mannerism up, I can go ahead and I can start really maneuvering what I need to do. And God was like, I need you to just trust me. Like, don't even do that. Like, take your hands off it. Like, I literally want you to just, don't touch it. Like, I know what's going on. I know where you are. Like, I know where you are, where you sit, even when it comes to, everything. Like, just take your hands off it. Let me be God. Allow me to be God for a moment in your life. Let me do exactly what I promised that I would do. So I need you to keep in mind how amazing God is and where he's reminding you in the midst of trouble about his promise for your life. And sometimes it's not going to be, financial things. It's really your faith. It's really your faith what gets you through the door. And God just wants you guys to trust him in this season as you guys are fulfilling purpose, as you guys are going places that you have never been. God just wants you to trust him with that and what that looks like. But he said to tell you guys, take your hands off it. Y'all, I'm in traffic. Take your hands off it. Don't be Speedy Gonzalez in this season. Don't be so quick to jump ahead of God, and just stay where God got you. You are in a great place. I'm telling y'all, the other day I was crying and I was before the Lord, and I was in the bathroom. Matter of fact, this was yesterday. I'm telling y'all, these little moments I have in God would be so funny. I remember I was like, just so frustrated, and God had to get me to a place or a posture to just like let it go. Like I had to let it go, unload and release. I gave y'all that word last week. And when I did that, I was like, okay, God. And I was just crying. And I fell to my desk and I was just crying. Like I boo-hoo cried. And God was like, daughter, like, he began to minister to me, began to speak. And like he said, if only you just know what my promises are for your life, you wouldn't even be weeping right now. You'd be like jumping for joy. And so God was just saying, I had to get you to a place where I knew that you would surrender. You will surrender to the posture where I needed you to be. And I went in the bathroom, y'all, and the thing that made me like just cry even more was just what God had said. Not so much just the aspect of his promise, but God reminded me, just through my tears. He said, I want you to go in the bathroom and I want you to look at yourself. And God said, look how beautiful you look. Just look at you. You're so amazing. You're such a breath of fresh air. Sometimes we feel like we need a man to tell us that, but God, you first gotta love yourself. So God was just even telling me this through that, like, wipe your face. Your face so beautiful. Look how you look. Like you got everything just working for your good. So I'm encouraging you all, take your hands off, no matter what it is. Just trust God. Like he got you. God got you in the palm of his hands. He said in his word, Psalms 23:1, he said, the Lord is my shepherd and I shall not be on want. And all God wants you to do is just be still. And that even when he outpours his promises, and it may not come the way you want them, still be grateful, still trust him, still be still, because God is working behind the scenes. And that's what he told me one night. He's like, daughter, I'm working in Kingstown. Like I'm really working in your favor. Like it's gonna work out for your good. It's gonna align just like I needed to align up. So I'm encouraging you, because he even gave me confirmation through somebody else. And I'm like, okay, God, thank you. So he gave it to me twice. Gave it to me, then he sent it through two individuals. So I was so grateful about why he told me, take your hands off it. Just trust me through your finances. Trust me through your situation. Trust me to send you the very person you're desiring to have. Just trust me. And the Bible even speaks of Proverbs 3:5-6. It says, trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not to thy own understandings. In all thy ways acknowledge him, that he will direct thy pathway. This is a Refresh Friday. I need you, if you didn't do anything last week, I want to encourage you guys to refresh and restart and do it again. You still got time. And in the midst of that, like even when God is refreshing you and redefining and revamping you, just be still and just know that he is God. Like he's gonna work it out. And just because somebody else is getting things that God promised you, be still and know that he is God. Like y'all, I was in a season where everybody around me was getting blessed. And people could understand, like, I preach this great word, I got this great faith, and it's like, okay, but why God ain't giving you one? Like, what, what's going on with this? And, I had to explain to them, I said, well, it's just not my time yet. It's not my season. But just know that I'm grateful and happy that God is doing it for you. Like, he's working and he worked it out. But that didn't mean that God wasn't gonna bless me. But the Lord had to deal with me even in my quiet time. Like he said, I need you to just be still and trust me in the manner that I'm about to take you, the journey that you're about to walk on. And right now, that the very thing you want, it's not time for that just yet. And I just want you to know, do you really earnestly trust me with your whole heart? And like God said, I just want you to put your hand in my hands and just let me lead and guide your every step. Psalms 32:8. He said, I will lead you and guide you with thy eyes, and instruct you with thy eyes. And see, God has a specific plan for your life. Jeremiah 29:11. I don't know why these scriptures are coming, but I'm speaking from my heart. Like I'm coming from a purpose, which is my heart, because God purposed in my heart for ministry. He purposed in my heart to start this, and I didn't jump ahead of God. to do it. I waited on the Lord when he gave me the unction to start DPI back up, Divinely Purpose International Ministry. And I believe with my whole heart that this ministry is going to grow beyond the capacity of the people that are connected now. And so I'm just encouraging you all just to stay in God. But on today, just be still. Take a chill pill. Sit back. The disciples on the boat, when the storm came, Jesus took a pillar and laid at the end of the boat. And when they came, they looking like, okay, Rabbi, what's up? Like, bro, what's good? Like, how you lay back here in the boat about to flip? And God said, well, have ye oh little faith. So I'm encouraging you guys today, be still in the things of God. Have faith over the things that God has for you. And I'm like him, like, have your little faith over your situation, because God is going to work it out. You got to just be still and know without a shadow of doubt that God is going to do it. Be unmoved. Don't be moved by what the currencies of what you see around you. And that's why one of the reasons why I stayed off social media, because some of the things that I see on there, those are the things I'm in seek with God for. And I mean, it gets discouraging. It's not that I'm envying this or I'm jealous. It's just that, you know what, it's better to kind of get out of mind, out of sight for a little while, so that I can be in a quiet place, so I can focus on God. And that and in this due time, that the things that I've been seeking God for over the years, or even in my now place, that it will manifest itself. That it's not going to manifest. Because see, the thing is, we'll begin to, think it manifests the way that we see other people's blessings manifest, and it don't work like that. God got a totally different path for you. Be encouraged, be still, and know that God is going to be God in the midst of it. And that's why I encourage you guys, take time out of the social media, off the internet. Let me tell you something. The only thing that God don't oftentimes take it away from me is YouTube. Because I'm not desiring what I see. I'm just like really, really just embracing, people's testimonies. And I'm learning and looking at cooking shows and all these little great things. I like looking at the animated, so I look at stuff that's entertaining, but not something that I can be envious of. And I'm being transparent, because we all have been in seasons where we envy somebody else's blessing. I have been there, and maybe more than one occasion. But I had to be reminded about the path that God has me on, and the way that God is taking me. And like, to get me even to this place, like with ministry and the way of elevation, it wasn't gonna be like that. It wasn't gonna be a cakewalk for me. It wasn't a walk in the park. It wasn't something I could skip into. It wasn't gonna be something I could run straight into. It was something that God caused me to crawl before I could get up and walk. I had to go through baby stages in order to get to the place where God has me now. And so what I'm saying is, be still and know that I am God. God wants you guys to be still in this hour. Wants you to be encouraged. Don't fight things in your own strength. And that was what he told me yesterday, y'all. Don't fight it in your own strength. Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. I live by that word all the time. Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not to thy own understanding. And all thy ways acknowledge him, that he will direct thy pathway straight. And he's going to direct your pathway straight. Like, you're not going to shake left or right. You're not going to be moved. You're not going to question it. It's just going to happen. It's going to be boom, shock it, lock it, like a quick slam dunk. So I just want you to really, really, really focus on God. And I actually am excited about not being on social media, not blogging like I used to. It right now, I've just been asking God to help me and redefine my mouth, redefine what's in my belly, revamp my visions, and when I come back, that I'm coming back stronger like never before, that I'm more powerful than I have ever been, that I'm more, that I can speak life over people's lives better than I have ever been, that I can flow better than I have ever been. So I just want you guys to be encouraged. And just like Jesus told the disciple, have your little faith. Even in having faith, be still. You got to have faith just in a still place, and God is going to work it out. And so I when I tell you God is refreshing my my thought process and redefining my revelations. I'm just like so mind blown by what he's doing. So be encouraged. Know that God is going to be God regardless. And at the end of the day, you will arrive where you need to be. You will get there no matter what. You will make it to the place that God needs you to be. So may God bless you on today. Stay encouraged on this weekend. Rest so heavily on the word that was spoken on last week and this week. And on today as well. You know, redefine you through the things of God and not through people, and not through people's blessing, and not through people's situation. Redefine God in your own path. You know, I have so many spiritual mothers, but the one that I know that holds such a heavy influence on my life, she always told me, you could never get to heaven just because of what I taught you. You could never get to heaven because of my name. You could never get to heaven just because of me. She said you have to seek and search God for yourself and for your own soul salvation. And she's always told me over the years, and I can promise you I can pick this phone up today and I can tell I might be dealing with something. She's gonna tell me, you gotta be still in the Lord. You got to be still in the Lord, for the Lord is with you. He's upon you. And God knows your circumstances. He knows. Y'all, I got to put my glasses back on because I can't see. These lashes shy. That's what it is. But you got to trust God through what he's about to do in this season. And I just tell you guys, don't be moved. Don't be shaken. Don't be nothing. Just trust his will. So God bless you all. May God keep you in this season. May God do everything he needs to do concerning your life. I love y'all. In peace.